Hi everyone, Reverend Sarah Grady from St. Paul's United Church in Paris. I hope that you are doing well this week. I have just a few announcements for us today. As our reflection time, I have got a little bit of one, but just want to make you aware of some things as we are now in Holy Week. And it's insane to think that a year into a pandemic is where we're at. And who would have thought this time last year that we would still be doing things online and socially distanced? But this is where we're at, so we're going to roll with it as best we can. Our Good Friday services and Easter Sunday services will still be online. We are not going to be moving back into our sanctuary for these services of worship. However, on Easter Sunday, we are going to have an outdoor service of worship. We are lucky enough to have a park across the street from the church that we are going to have an 8:30 a.m. Sunrise service. So not too early in the morning, but just early enough to greet the Easter morning. It'll be chilly, but hopefully sunny. The weather forecast is showing that we should have sun on Easter Sunday. So dress warmly, please wear a mask, and if you can, please do pre-register with Karen in the office. There is a form online for this if you're able to fill that out, or you can also call the office or email the office to let Karen know by Friday afternoon if you plan on attending. Here in Brant, we are in a red zone, which means we are allowed up to 100 people for outdoor religious gatherings. We do not plan on having 100 people, but you never know, so please do pre-register for that service of worship. Following the service, what we're going to do is decorate our cross. So normally we would have a wooden cross at the front of the church that gets decorated on Easter Sunday. It's going to be placed outdoors and securely anchored between the front steps of the church. And following the service, we're going to have flowers and butterflies available for folks to come and safely pick up. We're going to do everything we can to keep everything sanitized and pass things safely to folks to decorate that cross outdoors, and we're going to leave that up as a visible symbol to the community of new life and hope. And if you don't want to have a butterfly or a flower that we have passed on to you, you can feel free to bring something from home that's a symbol of new life and hope to place on the cross. There's little pegs in there that you can put stuff into. Those of you who've decorated the cross before know what I mean. And so fresh flowers or greenery are welcome, or we have fake flowers and butterflies available for you as well. So I think that's all the announcements for what's happening at St. Paul's with regards to our Easter Sunday service. Just a quick reminder that we have been going through Lent with the United Ministers doing this online Wednesday communion service. And we are culminating that with a final service tomorrow for Holy Week. So you are invited to the table. So online, the Zoom link will be available here on Facebook or also in the eBlast. Please join us from 12:05 to 12:30 for a celebration of Holy Communion together. And as we think about that, as we journey towards Good Friday and the cross, I got thinking about that story that is so prominent and so much on our minds in this final week, these final days of Jesus's life as we move towards Good Friday, and the stories that are difficult for us to listen to and to think about as we move towards that day. Until we get to the joyful hope of Easter Sunday, we sit with these stories. I want to talk about the one that happened in the upper room and why we have been doing these Wednesday communion services. So I've got my Children of God Storybook Bible here from Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who wants us to remember the story of Jesus sharing his last meal with his friends. And so I remind you now that Jesus wanted to celebrate Passover and share a meal with his disciples so he could say goodbye. By that time, many people looked up to Jesus as a great leader, and this made some of the priests and Roman rulers pretty jealous. Jesus knew that they wanted to arrest him and that his life was in danger, and he knew that it was time for him to return home. In other words, to return to God, his creator. After they had all sat around the table, he picked up a loaf of bread, and after thanking God, Jesus broke it and passed a piece of it to each of them. "This is my body," he said. And then he took the cup of wine, and again he thanked God and passed it around to his friends. "This is my blood," he said, "and I am pouring it out for you. Whatever you break bread and drink wine like this, remember me and remember that someday God's dream of everyone sharing and caring, loving and laughing will come true. As we move through the difficult stories of this Holy Week, we hold fast to that hope made known and that dream of God's that Jesus came to share in the ministry that he offered to the world. A message, an example still relevant to us 2,000 plus years later, and one that we're still working towards. So hold fast to that, my friends, as we move through Holy Week. If you need to chat, if you need some prayer, you know how to reach me. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and I pray that wherever you are this day, you are safe, you are well, and that I will get to see you really soon. Talk to you later.